All right, welcome back to another episode of the Karter Cast. I'm your host, Karter Baughan. Recap show. It's Dylan, it's Connor, it's the normal crew, the same crew. We got a lot of questions to answer. We got a lot of takes to roll back, a lot of takes to, be happy about.
Are you guys rolling back any takes?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I just
Yeah. Absolutely.
We'll see.
Trust me. That Taylor Heineke sucks.
Yeah, we got to roll that one back.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get into that one. I want to apologize. Falcons money line lost the parlay. It's not my fault though. Like, I know it didn't affect the game, but the fact that Desmond Ridder closed the game, I felt like you just knew the Falcons were losing that game, even though he did score the touchdown at the end. But like, it wasn't necessarily his fault. But
it was poetic that the guy we've talked the most crap about on this podcast came in and not lost the parlay, but he decided the parlay.
Yeah, and some are saying the anytime touchdown parlay should be canceled. I think we should just do higher odds and then just, hit big.
Just shoot for the stars, Mormon moneyline parlay, and just try to win it all back in 1 week, right?
Yeah, we'll just make it a Mormon moneyline parlay next week. How about that?
Well, some are saying
so we don't have to think about it.
Some are saying that a certain Michigan man in here should start taking it seriously. Stop betting plus 400 every time in the anytime touchdown parlay.
Wait, which Michigan man? Which Michigan man? Because I submit. Yeah, I'm a Michigan man, and yes. I'm the one. I'm the one who submitted Kyle Pitts this week. So who's to say?
Man, 1 for 3. Questions are being asked.
You would have better luck. This is what I don't understand. You guys would have better luck just picking a random name out of a hat. You put the rosters in a hat. You just pick a random name and bet them, than actually trying to figure out who is going to score a touchdown.
I just look at a game I think is going to have a lot of points, and then
that's somebody.
The
key.
Who was your pick, Connor?
St. Brown, and he hit easily.
Okay, you're right. That was a good one. And yours was
80
Pitts,
points
right?
In that game.
So Karter picked
Pitts.
a guy that is notoriously an anti-touchdown guy. His targets are on his own side of the field.
Yeah, they didn't specify which Michigan man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
Okay, fair.
But shout out the Michigan man. You know what sucks about what we do is that we put out the video, we put out the social clip of I say Michigan's going to dominate Penn State. They're going to win the game. They're going to cover the spread, the whole 9 yards. No one's like, you know what? Good job, Karter. Everyone before it's just you clown, you idiot, and then no one gives you your flowers after you win. It sucks.
Well, social media, people just want to drag us through the mud, and they only want to comment whenever we're wrong, and they love to see people with the microphone be wrong.
People. I have a working theory here. You say something nice about somebody's team, no one's going to share it. You're not going to get any response. They might give you a like, right? But yeah, I'm with you, Karter. We posted that TikTok and people are all up in arms after Michigan beat Penn State, saying this one guy was talking about how Drew Aller had a rushing touchdown, and JJ, I'm like, my guy, you lost. Your season's over. You have nothing. Your coach is a fraud. You fired your offensive coordinator. You're going to be playing in the Nashville Music City Bowl. Like, why are you even commenting on this right now? You're so irrelevant. It is irrelevant now. Karter, you and I, Connor, you still have the chance to get in. We're playing for national championships. You're playing for consolation prizes. You're playing for participation trophies.
Last thing on that game, because we're not doing college football recaps right now. Michigan, I know you watch it from a fan's perspective. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Watching as a Michigan man himself, neutral, even have money on Michigan. That game, I never thought for a second Penn State was winning that game.
You made that point. In all honesty, I look at Michigan football through two different lenses. I really try to be objective and say, what do I think about this team? Same with Ohio State, because I hate them. But then you get the fan perspective. And my college football perspective, blanket of being objective, is we couldn't pass the ball. Guy had no protection. He didn't have the time to get the ball out. But then Michigan brain kicks in and says, we just beat one of the best defenses in college football. We didn't have to pass the ball in the second half. Like, we literally just ran the football, and we were able to score as many points as we did on a great defense. So I don't know what to think. I think Ohio State looked better against Penn State. This isn't a college football recap, so I will stop talking about it.
As a proud holder of a Michigan over 10.5 wins ticket, I'll be an honorary Michigan man for the rest of the season.
There you go. Connor, I know what Karter thought about that game. Connor, what did you think about Michigan Penn State? Were you able to watch it?
I was.
Yeah,
I
it
watched
was
the whole thing.
watching paint dry, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't love it. I was watching other games as well, but I agree with Karter here. I never thought Michigan ever lost control of that game. They dictated the pace, especially in the second half, and I was never really worried about them losing that game. Even if it got down to one score, I wasn't worried.
Okay, well, maybe I'm just biased then, and I'm being a little too negative on my team.
I think you are, because also Drew Aller looked like butt cheeks in that game. I know people are like, he got the rushing touchdown. He was getting smothered. And when he's played elite defenses this year, he has
What
looked
happened
like
against
a
Ohio
shell of
State?
himself.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I didn't tell you guys. I wish I would have told you guys. The minute they started drawing him up designed runs, I knew he was going to fumble the ball. He was going to get strip sacked from behind. The guy's just so young. He's like 19 years old. I knew it was going to happen, and then it happened, and I was kicking myself in the butt for not saying something. Massive mess. But Drew Aller, I don't know what the hype was. I mean, there were people seriously considering this guy for the Heisman, and we're sitting here now. He has 2 losses. He can't throw for over 200 yards against a halfway decent defense. Like, I don't know. I don't know what we were thinking. Maybe it takes some time, or maybe the coaching is just bad. That's a whole nother rant, because people are complaining about James Franklin being a bad coach. There's a lot of teams out there that would kill for 10-2. A lot of teams out there that would kill for.
Yeah, but
Connor would kill for 10-2. Connor would.
Connor's going to get 10-2 this year, Dylan.
Okay, all right.
We're still alive.
I hope so.
No.
Carter.
No.
Victory Bell is still in Chapel Hill.
Look. Duke football, I like to cheer when it's convenient. Duke football. I'm not the biggest Duke football guy. Like, I keep track of it, but BYU's my team. That game, ACC refs had UNC money line in that game.
I told you they had it in a parlay. I'm not gonna lie, there was a couple calls. Now the one at the end where the offensive lineman was in the end zone, that was actually the right no call. There were some people explaining it afterwards, but there was some questionable ones leading up to
B-Dot explaining it.
There was some questionable calls leading up to that one. I won't lie.
Yeah, exactly. Anyhow, let's do NFL. Let's start off. Germany game sucked. Holy crap, this sucked. Colts 10, Patriots 6. Just gross. I mean, just disgusting. One touchdown, won them the game. I think we did the quarterback rankings last week between Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones. Dylan, you said Mac Jones wasn't the worst one out of that bunch. Do you want to walk that back?
I think I said Zach Wilson was the worst, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
Yeah, you went Fields.
Yeah.
Jones, Wilson.
I don't want to walk that back. I don't even know if Mac Jones is going to be starting the rest of the year, but they're all not good. I don't know what you want me to say, but I do think on Zach Wilson is kind of making me look stupid right now.
On Sunday night. One of them's winning on Sunday Night Football right now. So.
Yeah, but if we want to use your guys' logic, it's against the Raiders team that should be playing college football in the FCS and isn't even a real professional football team. So
that's also true.
Does it really matter if Zach Wilson's playing well against them? I don't walk it back. But I don't think he's good. I don't think any of them are good. Like, Zach Wilson's not a starter in the league. Mac Jones, now I think it's obvious he probably isn't. He got benched this game. The real question,
probably isn't. He's not a starter.
Mac Jones?
Yes. Yeah, no, he's done.
I don't know. You're telling me that he could start over DeVito. I think I would start him over Daniel Jones.
Not Daniel Jones. I don't think I'm starting him over Daniel Jones. DeVito, sure. I'll give you DeVito.
The biggest thing I took away from this game, there was a lot of talk about Bill Belichick. Is he going to still be the coach? There were reports that this guy wasn't even going to be on the plane back to the States if they lost this game. Now they lose this game. How does Robert Kraft handle this conundrum that he has? Because Bill Belichick he means a lot to the Patriots. There's a level of respect there, but it's very obvious that whatever he's doing, it's either outdated, it's not working anymore.
Yeah.
What is the next step for this Patriots team? And is it releasing Belichick in the middle of the season? Is it letting him finish out? Well, I mean, what do we think here?
I mean, this season's already a wash, so I don't think it's going to be any mid-season moves. Not for a guy like that. I don't feel bad for them. I'll say that. I've never been a Patriots guy. They've had their championships, their players that come through there. I don't feel bad for them. And did you guys see Bailey Zappi after the game when they asked him about the fake spike? He was like, "I can't say what I want to say," and then kept talking.
Oh, I saw a tweet about that. What was? Yeah. I'm guessing he was going to talk trash about the fake spike.
I guess about the spike, or him only being put in for the last drive with a minute left instead of earlier. I assume it's something like that, and throw him in the fire like that. Which I get it. Being put in with a minute and a half left to drive 85 yards down the field to win the game.
And then that puts you in a bad position because everybody's going to be talking about how you weren't able to do that when it was a culmination of everything that Mac Jones did throughout the course of the game. Real quick, the last thing I have to say about it, I feel like I've been talking about this for way too long. Patriots outgained Indianapolis. I like using that stat. 76 yards, equal yards per play. Pivotal turnovers killed it for the Pats. Mac threw one in the end zone.
That was one of the worst throws. I think that's one of the worst throws all season.
Really? See, I didn't get to see it.
I
didn't see it. So,
yeah, it was bad.
It was pretty bad.
I'll take your word for it. Belichick's coaching tree. Last thing I'll bring up: 219, 306-2 record as a head coach in the NFL, and that's including not including Saban's college career, obviously, but that's Saban in the NFL. So, I think this makes, as a Michigan man, Karter, Michigan man, Connor, Michigan man, Tom Brady carry this franchise.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Let's get it started. They'll clip it.
Nah.
Okay. All right.
No. It's 50-50.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go there yet either.
I'm curious. I just want to see where he goes, if he goes somewhere next or like whether they bring him back. I'm curious to see, but we spent way too much time on that game. That game was terrible.
Full transparency. I didn't wake up till the fourth quarter. So.
See, that is an absolutely heinous move. Hey,
to
not watch the Colts Patriots in Germany at 9 a.m.
No. The heinous move is not staying up to watch games.
Yeah, going to sleep for Oregon USC last night. Come on.
I would much rather wake up and watch Colts Pats in Germany than stay up and watch Oregon USC at 1:00 in the morning.
Because there was 16 points in Germany and then 100 points in the Pac-12. There you go.
Exactly. One's football, one's a glorified track meet. That's what we're saying. Also, foreign, I don't want to say foreign, international unders 5-0. Why are we not catching up to this? I think I bet one.
Are there any more? I think that's the last game, isn't it?
Yep, last one. No more international.
Yeah.
Hey, we get Black Friday football next week, though.
I'm so... Dude, I was looking at the schedule. We got Christmas Eve all day. Christmas Day, like, oh. Yeah, it's awesome. It is awesome.
Next week we'll do our Thanksgiving draft. So, as a little quick pod schedule update next week, we'll be recording Wednesday, the regular thing. But then next week, no recap. It's just going to be a preview, and it's going to come out early because there's like games like Thursday, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a game Saturday? No, college football. No. So no, it would be Sunday.
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan, Ohio State.
And then that Sunday, you know what that is? That's Panthers.
Titans.
Toilet bowl.
Unless Will Levis gets benched, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's start off. Let's go to the real games this week. Texans 30, Bengals 27. Dylan, I'll let you address the CJ Stroud stuff right now.
Yeah. Got clowned a lot. There are Texans fans that don't follow me on Twitter, and they have to just be checking in on the account, and they just comment.
I think they do.
Everything I tweet, and it's something like "pump the brakes" because that's the phrase I use. I will reel it back a little bit. I might have been wrong, right? I have a ton of bias. I'm a Michigan fan. I'm a Titans fan. Stroud has never beaten Michigan. Never gets to know what that feels like. The guy's good. The last two games, he's looked amazing against Bengals defense is pretty good. He should not be in MVP talks, not even close. But he is by far the front runner for Rookie of the Year. So you got to fix the fumbles. I don't care if they're behind. You got to have awareness, pocket awareness. You got to protect the ball. But very good game. I bet on the Texans, so little do they know. They're making fun of me. I actually made money off that. Guy's good. And he's probably going to be the best rookie quarterback this year.
But not the whole time. He's
No, well, let's give it 3 years. In 3 years, he will not be.
Okay, let's use that same logic.
Yeah, keep
on everyone.
Keep those parameters for a certain Thursday night quarterback that played this week.
What about? Can we do 7 years? It took Jay-Z 7 years.
Took Matt Rule 7 years.
Well, that's all. This is only if you start off good, and then let's let's give it time. Then you'll taper off. It's not if you start off poorly, because you made comparisons to Trevor Lawrence, and now people are talking about him, how his defense bailed him out, and that's really so. I mean, do you really want Bryce Young ending up like Trevor Lawrence, where his defense is just bailing him out?
If Bryce Young
I
is
don't know.
6-3, I'd be happy.
Well, that's your team. That's not your quarterback, buddy. That's your defense.
It's also the quarterback.
I'd be drafting
also the
defensive
quarterback.
linemen, edge rushers.
It's also the quarterback.
I don't know. That's not what people are saying. People are saying this Trevor Lawrence thing. His defense has been bailing him out. So if you want a Trevor Lawrence on your team and a good defense, I would be pro that. You know how I am about defense.
I will say that it's Stroud MVP talk. Let's chill on that.
Yeah,
No way. No, like come on, like Tua, Lamar. Why isn't Lamar talked about more for MVP? I know they lost today. It's a bad time to bring that up, but Lamar should be in the MVP conversation without question.
I've been saying that.
So, but yeah, big win by the Texans today, 30-27 over the Bengals. I don't know if there's much more to talk about. Stroud was just unbelievable, man. I mean, some of those throws in that game were insane. He had that rushing touchdown at the end, too. It was just unreal game by him, man. I mean, yeah, the pick was bad, the fumbles, whatever, but like for a rookie doing that. I also want to talk about this. Texans Twitter, we need to figure out the right system to figure out what a good offensive line is, because Texans Twitter is like, he's doing this behind an awful offensive line. It's like, no, it's not a bad offensive line. It clearly is not.
Singletary had 30 carries for 150 yards today. They were moving guys around on the Bengals front seven up there. So it's not nearly comparable to what's going on in Carolina at all.
Or even Tennessee, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, let's hold up. I can get Stats Guy on something real quick because I already had PFF brought up. Here's the problem with these imbeciles is whenever you bring up PFF and it's something that's against what they think, they're just, PFF, stat nerd, you don't watch ball.
Never played a snap in your life.
Never played a snap in your life. You're fat. You got a big head. You're in your mom's basement. Anybody can buy a mic. All the things. So let's see. Pass block. Who are we talking about? Texans?
Mm-hmm.
Texans 16th. Panthers 26th. Titans 21st. So
there you go.
That's their PFF pass block grading. That's not including this week's games.
Which
the Texans,
I think that Carolina might be inching closer to 30, and Tennessee might be inching closer to like 25, and then the Texans might be moving into the top 10.
Yep, exactly.
Anyhow, and I think that's enough on that game, right? Anything else?
That was just a fun game to watch. I enjoyed watching it. The early slate, sneakily enough, I'll get this take off real quick. I love when there's 9 games, everything's going on. It's hard to keep up. And today there was 6 games on. Enough of them were really good in the early slate, and I enjoyed it.
I think someone may have came to the podcast with that take earlier this season, and it got shot down pretty quickly.
Yes. So this is what I wanted to say. I don't care how many games are in the 1 p.m. slate. It really doesn't matter. 6 to 9, I've realized, like 6, 8, 9, whatever. It's kind of the same to me. Like once you have 5 or more, it kind of feels like the same to me. Because there's always 2 or 3 games that you just don't care about and that are already blowouts.
Well, today we didn't have to do that. Most of them were pretty good today for the 1 p.m. slate, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, Steelers-Packers was a 4-point game, but I didn't really care about that. Titans-Bucs, I didn't watch a lot of, but the other 4 were good.
49ers-Jags was a 30-point blowout. Titans-Bucs was terrible.
Yeah, true. But Browns-Ravens, Texans-Bengals, and even Vikings-Saints all came down to the last drive. So that was
Vikings-Saints turned out to be a great second half. I wanted to say this, though. This is what I wanted to bring up before when we were talking off air. The 4 quad box in the afternoon slate is elite.
Yes.
I love that. Because then you don't have to go to red zone, because then you're like, Scott, why are you not going to that game? Yes, you can have the multiple TVs out or whatever, or you can just have the one TV with all 4 games on, and you're like, this is great. I get to catch every little thing. I got to see every single game, every single play from every single game. It was fantastic.
Or you can be like me. You can be like me and have, the 1 p.m. games on, and then on your laptop have the Hornets losing by 20 to the Knicks on your laptop.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, I turned that off. I've committed this little NBA talk here. I've committed if the Hornets are just sucking. I've told myself we're not going to watch it just to watch it.
It's not worth it.
We're not going to do that anymore.
I don't know why basketball is even sniffing a screen on Sunday, but that's
Dylan, excuse me. So the Hornets were on my screen at noon, and then Carolina played Lehigh at 2 p.m. Yep.
Yeah, someone struggled against Lehigh and couldn't even cover the spread.
It wasn't a struggle. It was a 20-point win. Give me a break.
No, 20-point win until the late second half. You guys, it was like a 3-point game in the second half. I don't want to hear it. Anyhow, let's move on. Saints 19, Vikings 27. Josh Dobbs. Dylan, let's get your flowers back a little bit. Josh Dobbs is Geno Smith 2.0.
Geno Smith? Why do you say that?
What do you mean? It's the exact same story.
Is he going to get that contract extension?
And next year
I
he's
think
not going to do
so.
anything.
I think he is going to get a nice contract.
I would take Dobbs over Geno any day. I know we'll get to that.
Well,
but
it's easy to say that right now, but when Geno was balling last season,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the guy can ball. He's the pastronaut. He's works for NASA. The guy's brilliant. Rushing touchdown.
He's got a lot of dog in him.
A lot of dog. I'm glad that it passed the dog test. What would we have done without that? Vikings dominated. We got to see Jameis. There's reports that Carr's coming back. They have a bye week next week. I want Jameis. I don't want Carr.
Well, you know what you're getting with Carr. Carr's so
Jameis'
vanilla.
team.
Yeah, he hadn't been putting up points all year. Just give it to Jameis. Screw it. Yeah, he had 2 picks. He also had 2 awesome touchdowns. So.
Yeah, exactly. If you can match them, I think that's sustainable.
What
Your defense can get a stop here and there.
What team talks themselves into Derek Carr this offseason?
I'm trying to think. Whoever doesn't get one of those top couple picks in the draft, maybe like a
Patriots,
Rams,
Falcons.
Rams. I don't hate
Falcons.
Falcons is a good one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rams, maybe
Anyhow,
if Stafford.
who cares?
Yeah.
It's not going to matter because he sucks anyways.
I think the Jets should be investigated for malpractice for not trading for Josh Dobbs. Do you know how much better he'd be on this team than Zach Wilson?
Yeah. Well, Zach Wilson's kind of making us all look like fools right now. He's had a pretty good game.
Yeah, I was about to say Zach Wilson's looking all right.
It's 9-6.
Zach Wilson's looking all right, and also
Let's pump the brakes.
Josh Dobbs.
Field goal
I don't
today.
know how great Josh Dobbs would do with that offensive line.
tweet that
Vikings O line sneaky good.
Yeah, that is true. But the weapons, I mean,
Dylan, I wanted to bring this up real quick. You mentioned Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. You're saying, "Oh, Justin Jefferson, you're making Kirk Cousins look bad almost." That take is looking unbelievable right now because they're undefeated without Justin Jefferson.
And I want to go on the record. Okay.
I love how I love how Sunday Dylan's down here, but then Wednesday Dylan's way up here. Whatever happens when Dylan goes to church, something happens to him where he gets level-headed. Everything's fine. He's like, I can see my takes a little clearer now. And then by Wednesday, he's too far gone from church, and he's leaning towards the devil with these wild takes.
I mean, wait, I'm confused. Was something you said supposed to rile me up?
Well, no, but I could see the take roll. You were getting ready to, because usually you would double down and be like, yes, I did it. You know what? Screw that. Justin Jefferson sucks. But then I could see the clockwork turning in your head. He's like,
yeah,
well, I didn't mean he was that bad of a player.
I never thought Justin Jefferson was bad. I thought that Kirk did not deserve him. Or no, he did not deserve Kirk. No, scratch it. Erase it from the record.
Record scratch.
I did not think that Jefferson deserved Kirk, right? Because Jefferson was doing this whole media tour saying, oh, well, who's your top 5 quarterbacks? I don't care who your quarterback is. If you're a wide receiver, your quarterback's on the list. It's as simple as that. I don't care if you're lying through your teeth.
Gotta be the first mention.
Devontae Adams said it about Derek Carr last year. He said he was a Hall of Fame quarterback. No, he's not, but it's your quarterback.
As soon as Tyreek Hill arrived in Miami, it was Tua's the most accurate quarterback in the league. Tua's top 5 in the league, even though at that time, nobody thought he was.
I even think that Tyreek made some backhanded comment. Like, he's not the best, or he's not the something, but he's the most accurate. It was something like that.
Yeah, like a shot at Mahomes.
Yeah, it was on that. Yeah, it was a shot at Mahomes.
Yeah, well, that even works, right? And Jefferson was just coming in here thinking he's hot stuff. He's a great wide receiver.
But does it? But it can backfire on you when someone, let's say like Devontae Adams, goes to the Raiders for Derek Carr and says those things about Derek Carr, and then we kind of know who Derek Carr is.
Well, it doesn't matter who we think Derek Carr. All that matters is here's the locker room. In that locker room, everybody needs to know that quarterback is on every single wide receiver's top 5. That's what matters. It doesn't matter. We all know that Kirk is not a top 5 quarterback in the league, but Kirk needs to think that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
clubhouse,
100%. You just go into press conferences and just say what people need to hear. Like
exactly,
that's all you have to do.
It won't make headlines if you just tell them what they expect to hear.
Last thing on this game, Vikings, they're a playoff team, right? They're going to get into the NFC wild card now.
They're going to sneak into that 7th
It's
spot.
legit.
I think they have a pretty good
Should
chance.
they credit the
Dobbs
Panthers?
does
Should
it
the
for 'em.
Panthers
And this
get like
Lions
a
team,
little equity
I know
or
we'll talk
royalty
about
in-
it.
Oh, I cut out.
If the Vikings
Damn
meet
it.
up with the Lions in the playoffs, like that defense is not playoff ready. It is not playoff.
No, I'm telling you,
Holy cow!
today that was brutal.
Last thing on the Vikings, they need to give the Panthers credit. They're the only reason they're in this position because they didn't get the win until the Panthers. That gave them the confidence to start winning games. So maybe the Panthers should get like, I don't know, like a draft pick from the Vikings, something, because we let them have that win.
Like complimentary or what is it?
Compensatory.
Compensatory.
Yeah, maybe like a little.
That's the word
I
I'm
don't
looking
know.
for.
We'll take Justin Jefferson off their hands. You know, he's such a terrible player for that organization.
Well,
just
to
send
be
him
fair,
to Carolina.
maybe we were just paying them back for getting us out Adam Thielen. That's what the streets are saying.
Does that even matter? Let's move on. Packers 19, Steelers 23. I'll be honest, this game was getting mixed in with the red zone. It got a little too much red zone time for my liking, and it wasn't on any of my quad boxes. I don't care about this game. I had nothing on it. Jordan Love looked fine. Kenny Pickett looked fine. Didn't change my opinion about anything.
My only takeaway is how the hell do the Steelers have this record? I mean, genuinely,
Yeah.
I don't understand how they're above 500 right now. They should have 2 or maybe 3 wins, and they're in the playoff conversation.
I feel the same about the Saints. How are the Saints? What are they, 5-5 right now?
They are, 5-5.
That feels insane.
Yeah, NFC South is just a problem in itself, but especially the Steelers. They're 6-3. I just
And the
can't believe it.
AFC North, probably the best division in football right now.
Are all 4 teams going to make the playoffs?
Some are saying
The
Some are saying.
Browns beat the Ravens today, and then the Bengals are going to be the ones to not make it if they're not careful.
And then the Chargers choked today.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
that take's looking pretty good right now. Just saying.
I think the Chargers looked good.
They look good every year. They don't
Stop a
get
nosebleed.
results.
We'll get to the Chargers. We'll get to the Chargers. We need to talk about the Titans Bucs. Titans 6, Bucs 20. Will
Oof.
Levis. Someone said they guaranteed 10 yards per pass attempt. I said you should have guaranteed 400 plus yards and a few touchdowns. Turns out there wasn't even one touchdown. He actually threw an interception. Didn't even get to 200 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, don't give me that. He
There
should
should
have
have
had
been
an
another
interception in the red zone. Did
Yeah,
you
there
see
should
that
have
one
been
in the
another
red
one.
zone?
No,
DeAndre Hopkins saved him.
You want
Saved him.
to start talking about should have been, would have been. I mean, we could go by any quarterback's throws. Oh, this should have been an interception. If we counted should have been
Yes, we do
interceptions,
that. That's why
everybody
there's
would
a
be playing Pop
PFF
Warner.
grade for that. There's a
Turnover-worthy
PFF grade
plays.
for that.
Turnover worthy plays, right? But that's not. We're not keeping track of that. I mean, we can go through every.
Yeah, we
can
are.
go
That's why we used to dog Desmond Ritter.
We can go through Panthers tape. We go through Texans tape. We can go through every
Yeah,
single.
let's
and,
do
and
it.
we can start saying should have interceptions. I mean,
Yeah,
come on, now.
absolutely.
Don't go through Panthers.
But then you're going to say,
Nobody's-
you can't sit there and say, oh, tipped interception. But then when the other one should have been intercepted, it equaled out.
I don't say that about you guys.
You just said that about Will Levis.
I say it about Levis, but I don't go around saying that Bryce Young should have this should have been an interception. This should have been an interception. That's what you guys do. It's loser talk. That's what you're doing, Carter.
What? Hey, answer me this. Why wasn't Will Levis making the plays today?
Oh no.
You want to
Make
get
the play.
Hey, Carter, let's go back to the draft show. When did I ever say anything about Will Levis being a playmaker? Ever. That was all you said.
no.
All you said was playmaker.
Oh, but
Never
if
once.
he's good, he's got to be able to make the play. So why is he not making the play? It
I thought
doesn't
he was
matter. It doesn't matter. He has a bad offensive line. He's got to make the play.
I thought he was the best quarterback in the draft, and the Titans stole in the 12th
Yeah,
hour
what
and got him in
happened?
the second round.
We did. We stole. You guys are making a comparison to what you guys said to what you're making up
It's what
stuff
you
that I said.
You said
I
Bryce Young,
never
make
said
the
he was a
play.
playmaker. I never
said
said he was a
Bryce
player.
Young,
I
make
said
the
he was the
play.
best quarterback in the draft. The best quarterback in the draft does not mean
implies
Which
you have to
implies
make
you have to
plays.
which implies you have to make the plays.
Tom Brady a playmaker. Was he extending plays? No.
Absolutely.
A
Sometimes.
playmaker, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, a lot different than Will Levis, than a Mac Jones.
I'm not
And then-
saying okay. You're just saying a playmaker.
what's the
is
difference?
Scramble out of the pocket. Then
Yes,
What's the
extend
difference
plays.
then?
That's a playmaker.
a playmaker is making a big throw in a tight spot. That's also
He
making
does
the play. He didn't do it today. Why wasn't he making the plays, Dylan?
He was oh my gosh.
No, he
Will Le-
didn't.
No,
He
no,
didn't make
you-
the plays.
You guys go Will Levis trap. You guys go ahead. Will Levis trash minute. Give me a.
No. You have questions to answer. This is what we do every week with Bryce.
I'm looking up your answers. I'm looking up the answers to your questions.
What do you mean? How are you looking up the answers?
I have to look up his stat line. I don't know his stats off the top of my head.
You didn't know his stats?
Carter, I hate to be this guy real quick. The Bucs just let up 39 of the Texans last week, and Levis only put up 6.
Yeah, and didn't C.J. Stroud, Ohio State quarterback, didn't he have 470 passing yards and 4 or 5 touchdowns?
It was some kind of record. I saw the graphic on the screen. I don't know. Who knows?
And then Will Levis, didn't he go 17 to 32, 180 yards and a pick? No touchdowns.
Pick doesn't count, right?
Pick does count.
No, because he was hit. His arm was hit. It wasn't his throw.
He also choked in the red zone.
He choked in the red zone?
Did you watch the game?
I watched the game, yes.
Did you watch the play? You watched the play where
DeAndre Hopkins got murdered in the end zone, and there was no penalty call.
He got
brutally murdered in the end zone.
Is the only reason that ball didn't get intercepted because he swatted it out. Are we talking about the same play?
No,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think we are.
But anyhow,
maybe if
Will Levis,
maybe
Will
if,
Levis was.
Maybe if Vrabel didn't lose the locker room, we wouldn't be having this talk.
Yeah, maybe they should fire Vrabel.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I have my bone to pick with Vrabel. I do want to say if you want to know how down bad Titans fans are, you remember the Twitter space that I sent you in the group chat? That right after the game, it's still going on.
That's brutal.
7 hours later,
I have Twitter on my second screen. It's Titans therapy session.
Hey,
oh my god!
Hey,
still,
Dylan,
there's 4 people.
Can I
in there
propose
right
a trade?
Yeah,
Frank Reich for Mike Vrabel. Who says no?
We'll even throw in Fitterer, Scott Fitterer.
Yeah, we'll give you a GM too. How about that?
Yeah,
we'll give you an owner. We'll give you the owner.
Just give me the whole franchise. We'll absorb it. It's like a merger.
You want Miles
Sanders?
Can merge. You want Miles Sanders? You can have him too.
Yeah, we need a running back. That's what we need.
The Panthers and Titans merge to go 6-11.
I don't
they
even
have
think
similar
it'd be
colors. Similar colors. You would have to change the color scheme.
Will Levis was bad today, though.
He wasn't. No, his offensive line was. The guy had no time to make.
Oh, convenient. All I hear is excuses. Make the plays.
What do you guys have better receivers than we do?
Are you on acid?
we have DeAndre
what are
Hopkins,
you
that's
smoking?
It. Our wide receiver
You also have a top 10 running back, arguably top 5 running back.
Not this year. In all fairness, not this year.
What does that have to do with the pass game?
Because you have weapons and it opens it up more. What do you mean? Miles Sanders.
Imagine
Will Levis. Imagine Will Levis with Miles Sanders.
Okonkwo is better than any tight end on the Panthers too.
Hurst? He's not better than Hurst.
Yeah.
Buddy, you haven't watched Panther games.
Hurst might not be the best tight end on this team.
For some reason, Roger Goodell is a sadist and wants to put him on primetime all the time.
That's twice. Only twice, right?
It's
twice.
Sick.
Twice.
It's sick.
It is sick.
Only twice.
It's
only 2.
disgusting.
Hey, no more primetime games for the Panthers.
Good.
Hallelujah. But yeah, Will Levis not good today. Let's move on.
He was not bad. You guys can't do
Yes,
this.
he
He was not that bad today. He made great throws. He put throws into tight windows. Like he was not the problem.
So does Bryce
You can't
Young.
make throws when you're on the ground. You can't make throws when you're sitting on your butt.
Okay, we'll say that about Bryce Young.
But no, because all you guys talked about was his mobility. The fact
No,
he
we
can
did
extend
not.
plays, he can escape. Yes, you guys did.
Mobility. I did not talk about his mobility. I said he's calm under pressure and in the pocket. That doesn't mean I said his mobility is great. I said he was poised in the pocket. Guess what? He's still poised in the pocket, but guess what? He has no time to make the throws.
The pocket's about a second and a half, yeah.
If that.
How many interceptions does he have?
How many sacks does he have?
That's poised. I tell you what, when you're making those throws to the other color jerseys, man, you look poised.
How many sacks does he have?
That's his quarterback stat. At that point, with a guy like Bryce Young with the skill set that he has, sacks is a quarterback stat.
Oh well, but if he's on the ground, how is he supposed to make the throws?
Guys, let's settle this like men. Titans, Panthers. Questions will be answered.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
I
can't either.
Oh,
what if it's what if it's like 6-3?
You're already at an advantage because our defense is much worse than your guys's.
We have a practice squad defense right now. Our defense is a practice squad. Burns is out.
Yeah, it's all practice
not going to play.
guys.
CJ Henderson's out, who's arguably even our best corner. Dylan. There's some practice squad guys getting 50 snaps a game on that defense.
I don't know what you want me to say.
All right, real quick, let's run through some games. 49ers 34, Jags 3. We talked about this last week. Jags, if they win this game, are they a Super Bowl contender? Are they being talked about in that conversation? That went way out the window. They're a team that's going to make the playoffs, at best win a game, and then they're toast. They're no threat. They are no threat, and I feel like we knew this.
I told you guys that the Jags take was a little premature. I was like, if deep in your heart, you know they're not going to win more than one playoff game. And the Niners coming off the bye, everybody was like, even us, we're like, oh, like what if Purdy comes out and has a goose egg and they lose to Jacksonville? Well, he looked fine. Everybody looked fine. They got their weapons back. CMC didn't score a touchdown, but they got all their weapons back. This Niners team is going to be fine. They're going to steamroll through the first couple rounds of the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's anything more to add to that game. Dylan, anything?
Purdy made us look wrong. I mean, we look like idiots now. Over 11 yards per pass attempt. Like, it's just as simple as that.
He was making plays.
Best team in the NFC.
Yeah, he looked good. Not my Niners Super Bowl ticket. Looks a lot better now. Looks a lot better. Browns 33, Ravens 31. People are going to say, oh, Ravens exposed. Ravens, what are you doing? All this. I think both these teams are just good defenses, even though the scoreline doesn't reflect that with 33-31. 2 defensive touchdowns doesn't help that. I don't know what to take away from this game other than the fact that I think Kevin Stefanski is an unreal coach.
Deshaun Watson turned back the clock a little bit. There were a couple plays where it was like, okay, he doesn't.
He's clearly
like his old self. Oh, he's clearly hurt. Yeah, but he's also been horrible this year and last year. There's not much to take away from this other than the fact that both these teams are pretty good, and I would be terrified to face either one of these teams in the playoff game because defense travels. Both these teams are hard-nosed on that side of the ball. Myles Garrett looked insane today coming after Lamar Jackson, but I'm not going to take any stock out of the Ravens. I think the Ravens are still in the Super Bowl conversation. Their defense is good enough. I think Lamar, he had an okay game today. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Not great. He's going to have a couple more MVP-like games.
Should the Browns be talked about a little bit more about being a potential AFC North winner?
Winner? I don't know. I just don't know if the offense is there.
So the standings right now, Ravens 7-3, Steelers, Browns 6-3, Bengals 5-4.
I still think the Bengals do it if they get healthy. I don't know. I don't.
There's something Thursday about the Browns night.
Thursday night.
Yeah, I think Thursday night Ravens Bengals tells us a lot.
Yeah,
you can't believe in that Browns offense, man.
No, it's hard to.
Absolutely not.
It's really hard to.
I want to bring up real quick. So I was looking at this game, the play-by-play, like how you can look at it by drive. I thought that the Ravens at one point in this game were demolishing the Browns. It should be illegal for a 24-9 lead to look as big as it does because that's only 2 possessions.
Yeah, it does look a lot bigger.
It looks like it's insurmountable. And the Ravens come back and we're like, "Oh, the Ravens did it." That's 2 possessions. This game really switched when Cleveland had their first possession after halftime, and they ran 17 plays for 75 yards and scored a touchdown. They just dominated that drive, and then from then on, it really just seemed like the Ravens' defense was out of it. So credit to them for putting together that long drive. Defense was out there for a long time for the Ravens, and the Browns did it.
Just to say this, though, looking ahead to Thursday, I like the Bengals looking ahead early. I think they were like +4 right now. I don't know if T. Higgins is going to play or not, but I like the Bengals early lean as bounce back spot.
I'm going Ravens. I have the Ravens as an 8-point favorite.
Oh.
The Wilkerson's model is in shambles.
Well, he did say the Ravens are going to be, 15-2 preseason? So
He did.
The model loves the Ravens. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the spreadsheet. That's the first T-shirt we need for you, Dylan. It's in the spreadsheet. Talk to the spreadsheet.
That's a good. Talk to the spreadsheet. Freaking the sheets. You know it.
Freaking the sheets. Yeah, exactly. And we'll just get the picture of you in goggles. Falcons 23, Cardinals 25. Kyler looked awesome, man. He was fun. I guess he wasn't playing much Call of Duty. Have you guys played the new Call of Duty? Does it stink?
Yes.
I haven't played it.
Very fun. If you played it, I feel like it just got louder. If you played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original that came out in 2011, you will love it because it's all of the original maps. Afghan, Terminal, all the OGs. It is a blast from the past. I'm still abysmally atrocious at this game, but very fun.
Sneaky.
That's a live show topic.
That is a live show topic.
Did the Cardinals tell Kyler, hey, come in these last, 7-8 games, perform well, or we're going for a quarterback in the draft?
I think they're going for a quarterback in the draft regardless.
Even if he comes out and wins like 5 or 6 of these last few
Well,
games.
if he wins 5 or 6, then they can't just get a quarterback. But
Right.
I'm saying if they're bad
This is
enough,
a deep class. This is a deep class. They can get somebody.
Is it who's
Riley
three?
Leonard.
JJ,
Riley Leonard.
JJ McCarthy.
Bo
Because
Nix.
Sanders is going to stay at Colorado another year.
That's what
Bo
the streets are
Nix.
saying.
Why would you not just keep Kyler at that point?
Yeah.
Does Kyler want to stay in Arizona? I thought there was some drama surrounding that he didn't want to be
Why would
there.
he? Like, why would he want to?
Well, there was
stay?
that language in the contract, but he's under contract. It's that huge extension. Doesn't he have a couple years left on that?
You know, I loved
I don't know.
reiterating this take. I would love Kyler to go to Atlanta or Minnesota. Like, I'm just going to use those 2 examples because they have great offensive line and unreal weapons. Dobbs is showing like what a decent quarterback can do with it at Minnesota. Atlanta, my gosh, they cannot get a top 35 quarterback there. I mean, not even.
They can't get out of their
It's
own way.
bad.
Yeah.
Like Sam Darnold would be doing something with that team, and that's saying something. Anything else about this game? They screwed the parlay. You just knew when Ritter came in, it wasn't going to hit, even though he didn't lose us the game. But what are you going to do?
I got to
What are
say,
you gonna do?
parlay today, I had faith. Taylor Heineke, I was like, I got faith. And then as soon as Desmond Ritter came in, confession booth, I hedged. I hedged when Desmond Ritter came in. And he actually scored a rushing touchdown. But
It's okay. Some people don't place the parlay.
that is true. Some people don't ride at all.
No, people don't ride at all.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do.
You know, the
Maybe
parlay's
the
not in the
blame shouldn't be
spreadsheet.
placed
Parlay's not in the
on me.
spreadsheet.
The blame shouldn't be placed on me, but it should be placed on the sports betting market in general. Don't take 4% off every leg that you add.
I agree. There you go, man.
There you go. There's our
Lions
lesson.
41, Chargers 38. Funnest game of the year so far, I think. That was unreal. You turn
It
away,
was awesome.
you look back, touchdown. Turn away, look back, touchdown. I know Dylan's going to be like, that was a track meet on the field. That was Pac-12 football. Guess what? People love points. People love points.
Yeah, that
All
would
of a
have
sudden,
sucked.
I sound like a South Park character, huh?
What do you mean? They took my point. Yeah.
Yeah, this would have
Yeah,
sucked.
where's
As
my
a,
defense? Yeah, there you go, Dylan.
this would have sucked as a Sunday night game. Thanks,
Okay.
Goodell.
Yeah, this game would have sucked on Sunday night. dude.
Thanks, Goodell.
There's a reason why we're recording in the middle of Raiders Jets right now.
Field goal to death. Do the tweet.
The viewer I already did. I just tweeted out hashtag Sunday Night Football viewers, death by field goal. not even a team. Not even a team today. It's just the viewers.
This game was awesome, man. Big win for the Lions. I know you say the Chargers aren't great. The Chargers are a tough team to play to win against, but they just can't win games. Like I've never seen a team worse closing a game.
They're really good at playing teams close and playing good teams close. I mean, Chargers Chiefs, you're like, oh man, it's going to come down to the wire, but you never really think the Chargers are going to win. And that's
No,
what
never,
happened today.
never.
And for the Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs, he's arrived. You know, David Montgomery going down, and then they've been giving him the ball. They've been feeding him. And I got to say, I didn't have too high of expectations for him coming into the year. He looks pretty good.
I've got really bad news, Connor.
Oh,
David
no.
Montgomery was the rushing leader today.
He was.
Yeah, because he broke off one 75-yard touchdown. But you know what? As a David Montgomery fantasy owner and over 6.5 touchdowns better, looks good to me.
Oh, that's good. Season long thing. You're gonna cash that even with
It already
4
cashed.
games for an injury.
Yeah, it already cashed. Yeah, it already cashed.
That
Today
is
was
awesome.
7. I know.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, that's great. But anyhow, do you guys think the Lions are a Super Bowl contender?
No.
I don't.
No.
If you're gonna be a Super Bowl contender, I'm gonna need some defense. Okay. I'm gonna need some defense. Okay.
Defense is bad, okay?
I have to agree with Dylan. I don't trust the Lions defense. Don't trust Jared Goff in the playoffs like this.
Yeah, Jared Goff is where I don't trust it.
Yeah, it's a little
Offensive line,
scary.
That run game is
Dude
so
won a
good.
Super Bowl
He did not win a Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
with the Rams.
Runner up.
No, he made it runner up.
Yeah.
Runner up. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, he didn't win
Did
that
he lose
one.
Dylan?
He didn't win that one. My bad.
And then,
That's on
and
me.
then Todd Gurley
Okay.
fell off about 2 seconds later. Okay.
Giants 17, Cowboys 49. Exactly what we expected. I don't know about you guys. I wish I would have just hammered Cowboys minus whatever the number was. I was an idiot for not just hammering that. Did anybody take Cowboys in this game?
No, I didn't do anything in this game. Not gonna lie.
I know. I should have. I should have.
Yeah, I knew I
see
should
that-
have, but the like the divisional away dog always scares. Like Dallas was definitely right. If I would have just not thought about it.
We're due for a Tommy DeVito legacy game at some point, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
next
yeah.
week against the R words.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Chris
Yeah, the
Broussard?
Washington R words.
Oh, okay.
No.
Spent a lot of time with Broussard lately. Yeah, no, this game, cheeks.
Cheeks? Yeah, it was. It was terrible. The only thing I had on this one, Giants are getting the number 1 pick, right?
I don't know.
Since Kyler's back, it's got to be them or the Pats, right?
Or the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers are trying to win. The Panthers are trying to win games.
But it's the Bears, right? The Panthers get it, but the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bears have 1 and 2 right now.
That's tough. Yeah, you guys.
I think it's the Giants.
Oh.
I think the Giants win max 2 more games.
Yeah, because Tyrod done?
I think it's DeVito here on out.
Yeah, if that's the case, I don't see them winning another game.
I don't think is this going to become a thing for the future where teams just play the absolute worst quarterback imaginable just to tank for the loss? Like, I know tanking doesn't exist in football, but if you play such a bad quarterback that can't hardly throw a forward pass, it's pretty easy to tank.
Panthers should have kept Jake Luton or whatever his name is and brought him in and kept their pick, but doesn't matter now. Yeah,
Jake Luton. Jake Luton.
That's when you lose all your bets and you got to fall asleep on the couch and that's not a futon, it's a Luton.
It's a Luton.
Okay.
Commanders 26, Seahawks 29. This game was weird, man. I had over 44.5. Somehow it cashed. I had no faith in it at all. I think it was it 9-9 at halftime?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, what a weird game. Hey, action article pick.
Oh, that was huge. Single-handedly saved the day because that ended up being a 5-star play. So there are some of those that I don't believe in. Like I just get assigned a game, I have to find something. This was one that I was like, yeah, this is legitimately going to hit. Brian Robinson throws gets a 50-yard receiving touchdown. I was like,
I know you're sweating. You're sweating.
Oh yeah, he's going to get all the receptions for the rest of the game. But ended up being okay. I was on Washington here, both spread and money line. Probably my biggest bet of the day, other than the Antonio Gibson prop. Connor, you got to feel good about Howell. He's a good. If they get him an offensive line, he is a legitimate, I would say, top 10 potential NFL quarterback.
I completely agree because you don't talk about making plays. We've had all these arguments with the rookie quarterbacks. If he actually got some time, he makes some good throws. He extends plays. Now he does have some flub ups where he'll, throw a duck in the air or like try to do something he shouldn't be doing. He's his first year starting. And if they get him some protection, he's really got an arm on him. I didn't know he'd be this good in the league.
Yeah, the Commanders have finally caught on to the fact that their line is so bad. They're designing more like quick passes, not sitting him back in the pocket. Which that's what they were having him sit back in the pocket the first 6 weeks of the season. They realized
almost got him killed.
Yeah, we can't do that. So yeah, Howell, if they get him an offensive line, I think he has the potential to be pretty good.
Shout out De'Ami Brown. 50 seconds left. You didn't see touchdown. Just saying. Also, real quick, the Commanders. You look at their receiving core. How many just like weird washed up receivers do they have? Jameson Crowder, Pringle, De'Ami Brown's not washed up, but like he's a name you hear sometimes. Jahan Dotson's there. Like they have like so many decent receivers. I don't know.
Yeah, Seahawks.
Curtis Samuel, that's another one.
I just don't know if I can believe in this Seahawks team, dude.
No.
Like if they make the playoffs, it's the easiest fade of all time.
Yeah, no matter what the number is in the playoffs, I think you gotta take
because they're not going to have a home game because they're not going to win their division because the Niners are going to win that division. They're going to have to play on the road, probably at Detroit. It's probably going to be. I don't know if I like that. If it's Seahawks Detroit, that might be a little different. But if it's like Seahawks Dallas is the easiest play ever, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Seahawks can't tackle. That's the one thing I've noticed. This is actually a pretty good matchup for Washington, and I wish they could have pulled it out because the Seahawks can't tackle. Their pass rush is good, and that's tough for Washington because their line's so bad. But Geno Smith, like we talked about how bad Geno Smith was in the group chat during the game, but then I looked at his numbers. His numbers really weren't that bad, but when you're watching him, you're just like, this guy's awful.
Yeah, eye test. There you go, Dylan. Eye test.
But I don't put as much weight into the eye test. Like I go look at the stats and then I think, wow, I'm blind. My eyes are wrong. I can't see.
No, your eyes are not wrong. Your eyes are not wrong. Because
trust yourself, Dylan. Trust yourself.
The stats might look good. If he's in the playoff game, what's going to happen?
I would assume I'd be reading the same stat line as before after that game. I mean,
yeah, but do you think he's going to? Dylan, the eye test comes down to if they're on the 25, they got to drive the length of field, a minute 20 left, no timeouts. Can he do it?
Bailey Zappi couldn't. So
Stats can answer that question for me too. I mean,
but do you feel confident Geno Smith could do that?
I mean, we're dealing with who are they playing? I mean,
the computer's not processing. It's just saying error.
No, I need to know who they're playing. Like, if they're playing Detroit, I'm going to say yes. If they're playing Miami, I'm going to say probably. If they're playing the Jets, I'm going to say no.
You look in the spreadsheet, though, there's no column for dog. That's the problem here. Can't compute dog.
That's why I call Karter. I got Karter on speed dial on my track phone. I just hit number 1. Hey, Karter, I need the dog rating stat.
Maybe
6.9. 6.9.
Maybe on the preview show this week you do a mid-season dog rankings check-in.
Yes. Karter, you do a dog ranking. I'll bring my spreadsheet and we'll compare our.
We'll compare.
Okay.
I guarantee you, there's going to be something different.
Yeah. Well, and it's like 6.9 barks. I don't know. We'll figure that out. We'll get it right. All right.
Okay.
I think that's it in the NFL. Raiders, Jets going on right now. Score 6-9. Nice. I have Devontae Adams' first touchdown. It's halfway through the third quarter, so this is hilarious. It's 5 minutes left in the third. I'm glad we started recording now. Dylan, I'll let you decide this one. Do you want to hit this topic? Taylor Swift in Argentina, summer. Bad look for Camp Dylan from that previous TikTok. I know you already walked it back. You already said, hey, it's real. I walked it back, but I want to give you another chance because these people are crazy.
Yeah, those are our most viewed TikToks for a reason. It's absurd.
Yeah.
Like, the original one's still getting comments, and it's been like, what, a month and a half since we put it out? So
these people, man. Yeah, I'll walk it back. Obviously, they haven't broken up. Brian, friend of the program, brought me an interesting proposal, quite literally a proposal about a proposal, and said that he thought they were going to get married. And I said, I will book that bet, $50 house limit, because I'll give you 2-1. I don't care. There's no shot. They're not getting married.
Really?
So you're betting $50 they don't get married.
Yes, and I'd pay Brian $100 if he took it.
Oh, wow.
I'll give him 2-1.
Wow. Can I get in on this, Dylan?
We got to split the house limit in half then. That means you can get 25, Brian can get 25. Connor, if you want in, we got to start dealing with cents and decimals. I'm not that rich, but I'll give you 2-1.
You said 2-1, so you're not going to take minus 115 like every book in the United States right now for each side.
No, and if you want to know price, I'll give you minus 210. I'll offer no price.
Yeah, let me get in on that. It's happening.
They get married.
I don't see a breakup. If they're able to do this, like, it's been long enough. If they're able to do this, like, while she's on tour and stuff, and he's mid-season, off-season, it's only going to get stronger, Dylan.
If there's any hint of Mormon in them, they would be married by Christmas.
They'd be pregnant in 2 months.
Maybe the fact that they're not spending every waking minute with each other is why the relationship is working.
Oh, so Dylan.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Where are you trying to take this?
What does that say, Dylan?
I'm saying that, maybe they start spending a lot of time with each other and they realize maybe it's not meant to be. I broke up with a girl because of a 4-hour-long car trip. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Well, he did go on like a 14-hour flight to Buenos Aires.
With her?
No, probably not.
Yeah,
probably not. She's already overseas. I don't know.
That's like a addressing the union type deal where you need a designated survivor. Like, you can't put both of them on the plane because if someone shoots the plane down, then they're dead.
What do you think the aux cord is like with them two?
Taylor?
No way they listen to her. And
Travis
stuff.
has no say.
He probably didn't have a say, but no way they listen to her stuff. Not in the car. Not while she's on tour performing every night. No way.
Not listening to Kanye, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
No Kanye.
No John Mayer. No John Mayer in that car.
No Jonas Brothers.
No 1975.
We need to start singing on this podcast. We need to start singing.
Hell no.
You already started rapping with the Bengals kid on the live show.
That I'll be honest, hand up, I watched that clip so many times on Twitter. I thought that was the funniest thing.
What, you rapping along with him?
Just the whole thing, like the kid, our reaction, like that was a vain moment. I was pretty vain in that moment, but man, I thought it was so funny. And the kid is just such a funny clip.
Anything else before we go?
New Instagram comment. Michigan wasn't impressive Saturday against Penn State. Love it. Love those comments.
Someone said that
just now.
Oh no! No! We might have Dylan. Dylan, you can't. Dylan. Dylan, I think for Lent, you might need to give up commenting on Sundays. Or no, Lent's where you can do it on Easter. Sundays, but you can't do it during the week, right? Obviously, it's near Easter, but
I always thought it was you just give it up till Easter.
You give it up. You just give it up
completely.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought some of them do where you can do it on Sundays.
You're cheating.
I think you give it up.
That
I think that's CEO Catholics, right?
What's
CEO?
Catholics?
Christmas and Easter only.
Oh, nice.
We can get Megan Rapinoe's opinion on this if we need to.
This is a massive anti-Megan Rapinoe podcast. I'll come out and say that right now. She's done. She's done.
Yeah.
The only time we'll ever side without Karter.
Any early lines you like this week before we go? Washington
Cowboys minus 10 against the Panthers.
Cowboys minus 10 might be free money.
Does it have to be NFL?
No, anything. Go for it.
Karter, Cowboys minus 10. Come on.
Yeah, Cowboys minus 10. Oregon State, it's only a 1-point dog to Washington. I don't care how that line moves. I'm taking Oregon State.
I lost him if he's saying something to me. I love Oregon State.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Now we can.
Oh, I see. You guys didn't freeze for me the whole time, but I just hear Connor going, damn it. We might have to leave this in. We'll leave that one.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, we'll leave that cut in. If you haven't noticed, if you're watching on video, you've definitely noticed. But there's been a lot of internet problems on my end over here, so this is a great night. Great night. We're not recording in the normal spot. We're back in the old office. But anyhow,
Oregon State.
Oregon State's the play.
I agree. Dylan.
Oregon State, South Alabama minus 8 against Marshall. UCLA plus 6.5. Yes, you can. That is out there. You can get that number plus 6.5 against USC. There's one more. Oh, Cincinnati, West Virginia, over 55.5. And Maryland.
Follow Wilkerson A. Dillon for the rest.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Big card this week. Hey, 2 weeks away, we get Titans, Panthers. Next week, we do our Thanksgiving draft. We have Thanksgiving. Oh, we got a little Thanksgiving episode. We what should we do for that? We need to figure out something special to do for the Thanksgiving episode.
We can dress up like pilgrims and Indians or something, or no?
Absolutely not.
We should infiltrate. We should infiltrate an already inhabited area and claim it as our own.
Oh, so I get to be Mr. Pac-12.
Yeah, and I'll be Mr. Big
ACC?
12.
You can be ACC.
Or ACC.
Yeah, you can be ACC at Thanksgiving. We'll Christopher Columbus that episode. Not a good look for that.
Yeah. Oh, yikes! Big yikes.
Anyhow,
that's it. That's it from us. What's the plan this week? Live shows. What's going on?
Thursday is normal. We talked about having Mark on. No clue what's going on there, but
so
live
might
show
be having
Thursday
a Monday
for
night
sure.
live stream.
And me personally, I will be live tomorrow at noon on Twitter addressing the CJ Stroud allegations.
And where can people find that Twitter?
At Wilkerson A. Dillon. Please, I made it so people can comment now. I might have to take that back.
No, that's terrifying.
Yeah. But we'll see how tomorrow
You need it
goes.
tomorrow. You need the comments tomorrow, and you're gonna have to disable it after about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's then I'm gonna have to make it subscribers only or whatever, the premium only.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little do they know they're just feeding your impressions addiction. So.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe we chill with the A word, but I'm so close. 4.5 the last 90 days.
Wow.
Oh, you're almost there.
Close. Oh, I'm gonna be rich.
Got that check.
$60 paycheck to pay
flash it to the in-laws, baby. Come on.
That's what. It's not gonna be $60. I bet it's gonna be like 15. But hey,
it's okay.
That pays for a month of StreamYard.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Anyhow, that's it from us. Follow us at Karter_Sparrow, at Wilkerson A. Dillon, at CarterBA, at CarterCast on all social media. Subscribe to the YouTube. Rate, review, follow on Spotify, subscribe on Apple. You know the drill. CarterCast.com. Connor's going to come out with some NBA props this week. College basketball, not a great start for the old CarterCast on old college basketball. Not great. Michigan, proved me wrong. We're going to be back this week. We're going to bounce back. Tuesday night, we got the Champions Classic. I'll be back for that. Check out CarterCast.com. We'll be there. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.